As a child, you would wait and watch from far away.
Hey everyone, welcome to 2023. Oh Jesus, I almost hit my fan. Yikes. Welcome to the new year. It's been a hot minute since we last made a video and a podcast episode, but hey, holidays are a thing, so got tied up a bit here and there, but we're back with another episode, and what better way to start off 2023 than with a podcast? And today, I'm joined with the amazing Sir Cranberry and the amazing ClassySpider Aka Matthew. Welcome back.
It's good to be here.
Hey guys.
And hopefully I won't have to do too much editing work like I did on the last episode where I had to bump my audio up by a lot. So everything sounds handy-dory on my part and on their part, so thank God. Hopefully less editing work to do. But how are you two doing, by the way? Y'all doing good?
I'll just have you know, Jurassic, if I have anything to do with it, you'll have more editing.
I'll walk it off. How you doing,
I'm
sir?
doing fantastic.
That's pretty pog. Nice. Good to hear that.
Oh, I suppose I'm doing pretty well as well.
Nice. That's good. Glad to hear that two of y'all are doing well. And how was y'all's Happy New Year and Christmas? Since we didn't do a Christmas and Happy New Year special. How was y'all's Christmas and New Year?
Christmas was pog. New Year's was pog. Went to a party. Had a good time.
Nice.
I gaslit a lot of people at a party. It was fantastic. I got my ass beat in a kitchen, a stranger's house, and Matthew just watched me. It was fantastic. Oh, yeah. I still have the black eye from the incident.
Listen, Brendan's a strong man who can take care of himself. There's no reason for me to get in the middle of that.
Did you post on WorldStar though? Is a real question, Matthew. Did you ever record and post that on WorldStar?
I didn't record it. Oh, Jurassic, it was quite the time.
I'll have to invite you to one of my parties then.
Oh, you throw parties?
Whenever there's a holiday.
Yeah, I'll show up to a Jurassic authentic party.
Let's go.
Keep your fish sticks away from me. I would love to go.
Wait, hold on. Are there fish sticks at this party?
Well, if y'all go, then yeah, I'll cook some fish sticks for y'all.
I might have to reconsider.
What do you mean? Earlier before we started recording, you told me how much you love fish sticks. Ain't that right, Sir Cranberry?
Fish
Matthew
sticks
said how much you loved
are
it.
not. Okay, I didn't say that at all. But also, fish sticks aren't really a party food, Jurassic.
They can be with the right materials.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can. Haven't you ever been to a seafood party?
They can't even be a good food with the right materials.
Haven't you been to a seafood party before? Fish sticks are one of the ingredients that they like to use.
No, I actually genuinely haven't been to a seafood party.
Oh, it's pretty fun. You drink beer, have some water, eat some seafood, talk to friends, watch the football game, the whole spiel. Pretty fun time if you ask me. You should go to one.
Jurassic, I can't even consider fish sticks being a food.
What? When was the last time you had fish sticks, actually?
It's disgusting. Disgusting. Why would I eat fish sticks?
Listen.
Because
why would I pull out something out of a fucking freezer? Alright? That's just disgusting mess.
To replenish your health. To make sure you're not hungry. Have the good nom-noms. Do you know why?
That's a debuff, Jurassic. It's not replenishing my health.
Debuff? Where on earth does the packaging say debuff?
I get a debuff every time. It's a debuff. It says it right on the package.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Because for me, it's a buff, not a debuff. So, in my eyes, fish sticks are S tier and a buff, and it sounds like a you problem if it's a debuff for you. So you should probably get that checked out.
Disgusting human being.
Hey now, just because I live in a bunker and like fish sticks does not mean.
Sorry, I appreciate actual food.
What is your actual food? Gordon Ramsay S tier cooking food?
Absolutely.
Something that I can actually cook.
So mac and cheese?
Yeah, that's it.
That's all he makes.
That's all I make.
Every single time, even Christmas dinner, all he had was just like 5 plates of mac and cheese.
Yeah. I have 5 different portions of mac and cheese for the mug boys.
They were all different cheeses though, I'll tell you what.
What kind of cheese did y'all use? Did y'all use the good old cheddar cheese, or you guys use slices of cheese?
Gouda.
Bren used Gouda, blue cheese for one.
Brie cheese.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm running out of fancy cheeses. I don't know.
Wait, okay, hang on. Time out.
We chopped up and sprinkled some prosciutto over there.
Oh, Oh,
What are
that
these
actually sounds
names?
good.
Jesus.
That actually sounds freaking good.
These are way too fancy names for me. I have never heard these
Never had
cheeses.
bruschetta?
Sorry that I like to cook, Jurassic, and for some reason I only cook mac and cheese.
I can tell you've been.
Gourmet mac and cheese. All right, let's not get it twisted.
I can tell whenever you're making mac and cheese, you like to experiment the cheese part. Apparently, Jesus, so many different cheeses. What's next? Mozzarella cheese
I like
for the
to
mac
actually
and cheese?
have feasts at my house, asshole. When Tyne came over, it was a feast. I tell you what.
What
As
was
soon
there?
as Brenton gets his goat, he's using goat cheese for the next mac.
Well, were there
Just have a
mac?
goat in my backyard.
What was the feast? Appetizer mac and cheese, lunch mac and cheese, dessert mac and cheese, drink mac and cheese, beer mac and cheese. Was it all mac and cheese?
If you want to keep up this bit, yes, absolutely.
I'll have you know, Jurassic. Don't you ever knock on Brenton's world famous mac and cheesecake. That was some good dessert.
Mac and cheesecake. That's a first. Never seen mac and cheese combined for dessert before. Is it like
you can't miss out on the mac and cheese pudding.
pudding? That just sounds like regular mac and cheese, but instead less mac and more cheese.
No, Jurassic. It's you take the mac noodles and you put pudding on them.
Isn't that just regular pudding, but with the mac and the noodle, just no cheese?
What the heck? No, Jurassic. Don't think too hard about it.
I am thinking too hard about it. It's too late. We've gone too far now. We're going too far now.
We'll bring like a potluck of mac and cheese for you.
All right, good. I would like to try your I would like to try Sir Cranberry's legendary mac and cheese. I have high expectations.
I'll have to learn how to make mac and cheese before then. But...
So you're telling me you've never made mac and cheese till now? Wow, you did me dirty.
You know, looking at it for Brenton, he probably looks at it and goes, "It's just macaroni and cheese. I don't know what more they want from me." The man's over here like cooking goat, and he's like, "Mac and cheese? Yeah, that sounds awesome."
I've been making lamb chops this whole time. Mac and cheese.
I'm not saying it's beneath him. I'm just saying he's never considered it a dish.
Well, I guess we all learn
mac and cheese
these
is always
things now, don't we?
that snack food. That's what I always thought of it as.
Huh.
I never eat it as a meal. It's like, hey, I'm a little peckish. Why don't I push a mac and cheese on the oven?
Okay, now question. Have you ever tried mac and cheese with barbecue sauce? So you make the mac and cheese and you combine a little bit of barbecue sauce into it.
I don't eat mac and cheese, Jurassic.
Oh my gosh, Jurassic. Okay, so I've told Brendan about this, but I might as well say this. I have, but it was when I was in college. We had like this amazing caterer for my dorm, and they made some of the best foods. But the one food that they made that I was just like, oh, this kind of tastes off, was their mac and cheese. It was really weird because it tasted kind of oily for mac and cheese. However, if you put some barbecue sauce on it, best mac and cheese I've ever tasted.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
Crazy.
So yes, I have actually had mac and cheese with barbecue sauce on it.
Well, good. I'm glad there's at least one cultured person in this episode right now.
Don't say cultured for the love of God.
Dude, it's kind of sounded like he was confused at first. Like, wait, did I say that? Mac and cheese and barbecue sauce. I mean, yeah, culture, bro. Lord.
I'm one of the sane ones in here. Let's go. So
God
you guys,
Jurassic,
thank you, or you're welcome. Whatever.
Welcome.
De nada.
Alright, so what kind of topics you got today, Jurassic?
To be fair, I had a few, and for some reason, I cannot remember them. So we are going to have to...
take notes, Jurassic? It's your podcast, bro.
Why would I take notes? Barely anyone takes notes on a podcast. They usually wing it a majority of the time and tell stories.
That's not how that works, Jurassic. Every single actual podcaster at least has some form of notes.
Like, should I have brought notes?
When I used to do that one podcast, Jurassic.
Yeah, I remember that podcast.
You're the only one, but
hey.
When I did that podcast, my rule was everybody had to show up because I had a few people who just, I'm not going to name names, but just would not talk or would just sit there. And they were like actual like part of the podcast. They weren't just guests.
Oh.
So my rule was every single person that was considered a host or like an actual part of the podcast had to come to the podcast day with something, like a subject to speak about. Every single person had to come to the podcast with notes. That was my rule. Because I just hated it.
I'm a guest.
It ticked me off every single time when I was like genuinely trying to have a discussion with somebody that I played games with and I hung out with every single day and had no problem talking then. But the moment you're supposed to talk, they're just nothing. I was just talking to a brick wall. There's no discussion to be had. It was obnoxious. But yeah, podcasting, the whole point is talking, so you gotta bring some form of notes.
I'm just a guest. I don't think I need to do that.
Dang.
But I could.
Can I borrow those rules and notes for you for this podcast? May have to implement those rules soon.
Go for it.
Thank you. I'll be sure to give you credit. I'll change it up a bit.
You know what? Actually, Jurassic, you should extend it to the guests and be like, if you want to be a guest on my podcast, you better bring something to the table.
Well, no, like the whole point of guests is like a podcast. They're supposed to either promote something or like just talk about their own things. That's the whole point of podcasting. Like having guests on there, they're talking about their own shit. That's the whole point of having a guest on a podcast. We talk about them essentially.
It sounds like your guests were better than the actual hosts.
maybe.
Are there any existing memories of the said podcast, Brendan?
A fuck ton, but I'm not talking about it here because it was horrendous.
Oh,
I'll talk about it afterwards. It was some raunchy stuff on that podcast.
I got it. These are like the bloopers.
It was. If I ever have a Patreon, I'll upload the podcast.
Dude, I'll host a Sir Cranberry Patreon. We got a lot of things we got to put on there.
Dude, that podcast was fucking wild. That podcast was fucking wild. I won't lie. That was quite the time.
The wild, wild west, as people would say back in the day.
Well, if the people I think were in that podcast, then I can already imagine.
It all started because I could say this. It's nothing against him, Vinny. It all started because we're trying to play a PC game, and Vinny's PC took over an hour to boot up, so we would just sit in a Discord call and we just talk about shit. So I'm like, well, I should just start recording this, and then it just kind of branched off, and we started doing like a weekly podcast every weekend. It was fun. I won't lie, it was fun, but it was raunchy as hell.
Yeah, I remember some bits in the podcast that I saw. It involved a wink if
that, and there was a certain member of the podcast who loved the swastika.
I somehow do not remember that part.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you who that was.
I'm thinking about it, and I don't know a single person you've ever associated yourself with it like that at all.
The worst part is that like my setup for the podcast was like the call itself. Like I'd zoom in on the call, so whenever someone spoke, like the little green outline will pop, just like Discord. Yeah. And the profile picture of this person's Discord profile was a doodle, like a little shitty like children's drawing of a swastika.
Oh my god!
So the entire podcast is just brand with the swastika.
I need to rewatch that episode because I do not remember that. What?
You can't. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there anymore. All those episodes have been banished. But Patreon. If I ever get a Patreon, get
with the lost Sir Cranberry episodes.
After this podcast, surely you'll have to tell me the name of said person. I can't
Who knows who could be, man?
This is good. We'll know the name off the record when we're done recording.
Jurassic, if you have not connected the dots yet, Jurassic, on who it could be.
Jurassic's just gonna, like, while we're talking about it, he's just gonna have his name plastered on a video. It just says, "Oh yeah, this is the
God bless that
Oh.
man.
guy." God didn't bless that man. I'll tell you that much.
Jurassic, give us a topic. You're the host. Where'd he go?
He said it was raining. Maybe his internet cut out because it's so bad.
Man just disappeared.
Sorry. Hold for technical difficulties. It would seem that Jurassic has fallen over.
So, were y'all queuing the podcast? Oh, what were
Every
you saying?
single person we just talked about is dead. Larry King died last year. Bob Saget's dead. And Norm Macdonald's dead.
That's a lot of dead people.
They're all gone.
Oh. Ow, mother. I stubbed my toe.
Fuck!
The podcast is going. Oh!
So did y'all keep the podcast entertained while I went muted for like 20 minutes?
God,
Why would we do that? Why the fuck would we do that? Last time you left, you just stopped recording, and we actually just talked the whole time.
You didn't leave it on, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was still
God,
it was
please
still
don't.
recording. I was recording
I
it.
hate you.
God.
I hate you. I hate you.
Jurassic, I want you to know you're gonna be doing a lot of editing because there's a good 5 minutes after you left where Brenton muted his mic and I had the most awkward one-on-one with myself until I came to the realization that it's not really a podcast if it's just me.
Well, actually, I had my headset on still, and I could hear you having that awkward conversation with The Witcher 3 and all that.
Dude, it was something else.
Yeah, the funniest part, I heard it all too. Where you just said,
I know.
Matthew talking the whole
That
time.
was chuckling.
Why you gotta leave Matthew on red like that, Brenton?
Shut
Why
the
you gotta
fuck up. I'm not working that hard just to keep a podcast going that I don't know is being recorded or not. I'm not doing that again. Last time we actually tried and you just went, yeah, it wasn't recording like at all. Like, oh, fuck me, I guess.
Jurassic.
What about Spider-Man?
If they were his clothes.
Wait, you said Spider-Man.
I did not say Spider-Man.
Did he not say Spider-Man? I heard him say Spider-Man.
I didn't hear a single word he said. I blanked it out the moment he started talking.
Don't worry about it. You can watch it in post.
All right, I'll try to remember.
You have to edit the thing anyways.
No, as soon as I went mute, I'll mostly just cut out the rest. I won't even listen to it.
Oh, fair enough.
All right. So, I actually remembered a couple topics I want to talk about, but the question is, would y'all want to talk about them?
Well, we don't know what they are. So
They're
I
your
suppose.
topics.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first topic is let me flip through my Apple Notes. Hang on. Okay.
He started taking notes. Good man.
Okay, first. Hey, I'm a fast learner. What can I say? Okay, first topic. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Andrew Tate getting arrested. Second note is the NFL injury that happened last night. Would y'all want to talk about those two, or y'all want to move on from it?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about Andrew Tate first, and I'll get caught up on the NFL.
All right.
Dude just keeled over in the middle of the game. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, the insane stuff happened as soon as the New Year rang. What a way to start the year.
I don't really have a whole lot to say on him getting arrested.
Yeah,
that I don't really care about.
Yeah, it's like well, that happened.
But I just find Andrew Tate as a whole hilarious.
Yeah, he's pretty funny from time to time. I remember, or no, you go.
If anybody takes him seriously, like that hardcore seriously, I think it speaks more on you as a person than him. Because anybody who looks at a character like that, because it is a character, it is quite a character, and goes, "Oh, I don't like the way he's saying things." Says a bit more about you as a person. If you're not able to look at this thing and clearly see how fucking hilarious the things that are coming out of his mouth actually are. I had a conversation like that on New Year's actually with a man who I did not. I'm not gonna say his name, but like with a person who I did not expect to have that take because he has quite the takes. And he's like, yeah, no, like it's very clear that Andrew is just so goddamn funny. Um, he's been on multiple podcasts, and every single time I see him on a podcast, he eventually breaks character and just laughs at what the fuck come out of his mouth. It's quite funny to see.
Yeah.
No one with that exaggerated of a character is 100%. If that was him 24/7, that he's batshit, and he wouldn't have made it that far in life if he was 100 about everything that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, no, I think Brendan's right though. Andrew Tate, he's just a jokester, a little funny guy.
A little goofy goober.
Now,
He's just a little goofy
the human
goober,
trafficking thing, that's a little less goofy.
I unless there's like concrete shit that comes out, I have nothing to say on it. I don't know.
Yeah,
what the
no. I mean, again, no arrest has really been made. They took him into custody for like 24 hours and held him. But this is, from what I've heard, this is actually the second time that they've come after him for human trafficking. The first time he wrote it off to them as like somebody kind of trolling on the internet and swatting him, but for like human trafficking in a sense.
Yeah.
But somebody pointed out that it's kind of weird that it's happened a second time. Normally they probably wouldn't have gone this far if they didn't have some kind of evidence. But again, there's no real way to know what's going on.
Yeah, until concrete shit comes out, I have nothing to say on that. I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's been warning about people coming after him for like months now. He's like, hey, they've been trying to silence me. They've been trying to do shit to me this like for a while now.
Sorry about that. Had to hang up a light box. That should be the last time I'll be going AFK for no reason or like being AFK again. I'm sorry. Forgive me. So what were y'all talking about? What kind of Andrew Tate stuff were y'all talking about while I went AFK?
Oh, I simply mentioned that I agree that it's kind of I just agree with Brendan. It's weird for people to make such a big deal out of Andrew Tate when he really is just kind of this goofball.
He's pretty goofy.
We kind of touched on the whole human trafficking charge and everything, and Brendan said we kind of agreed that it's a little too early to make any statements since nothing's been fully done.
That's the you want to continue or go first?
Oh, I was just saying it's really, there's not really much to talk about right now. He was detained for 24 hours. This is actually not even the first time that they've come for him for human trafficking. But last time he basically said, "Hey, I got swatted," and that was where it ended.
Wasn't one of the reasons why he moved to Romania was to make it harder to get caught or something like that? Because
did you? Hold on, I want. We'll wait for Brenton to get back.
Okay, man, we had something so good. We have like a good topic or a good discussion or whatever you want to call it, and I went AFK for a few minutes, and now we gotta wait to have the amazing discussion again. It is what it is.
It happens. It is what it is.
Oh, is he back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir Cranberry, I'm sorry.
You're good.
We were just talking. We were just kind of talking again about Andrew Tate. Jurassic wanted to hear all the stuff we talked about while he was gone.
Yeah, Matthew was catching me up to speed.
Yep, I let him know that we weren't really gonna. There wasn't really much to say about the whole the whole human trafficking thing, because there's not really much there.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't mention earlier though, Brent, did you hear how they found out he was in Romania?
Oh my God,
it was the pizza box.
The pizza box, dude.
The goddamn pizza box.
It's crazy.
There better have been pineapple on that pizza at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jurassic.
Romanians better have that good old pineapple pizza on that pizza at least. Better have that pineapple.
I hear it's illegal in Romania to have pineapple on your pizza.
That what? No, I hope you're lying, my friend, because that's absurdity right there.
I hope I'm lying
pizzaist.
too.
That is very pizzaist of Romania to not have pineapple pizza on pizza.
Dang, I wanted to see what kind of pizza they eat in Romania, but it popped up with the Andrew Tate thing when I typed it into Google.
Dang.
Rough.
Better luck next time.
Better luck next time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's basically everything. Though there's not really much else to say.
Well, well, since he's been arrested, I better slowly cancel my what's that university he keeps promoting? God dang, I wanted to make a good joke, but I can't remember the university name. God dang it.
I think it's like Hustlers University.
There you
Yeah,
God,
that's the
son of
one.
a. Oh my God. Oh, I was gonna make a good joke and I couldn't even remember it.
$50. You're halfway there. You pay $50 and you get added to their Discord server.
Oh, yeah.
buddy. And they
I
tell
wonder-
you all about pyramid schemes. It's the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
But it's
one of the
not
best.
a pyramid scheme. It's a way to make money.
It's not a pyramid scheme if you flip the pyramid upside down.
That's actually that's a bad way for the pyramid scheme to work.
All right, then we flip it
upside
sideways.
down. No, I don't even know where to go with that one.
Brenton, help us. Where do we go with the joke on that one? We need help.
Yeah. He left the.
You always want funny haha moments on your YouTube videos, so we believe you're the master at giving the funny haha. So how do we lead with the joke?
You know, you can mold a shit sandwich into a little golden nugget, but no matter what, it's still shit.
That's some pretty good advice right there, if I do say so myself.
I don't know. If you mold it into a gold nugget, then it's gold nugget.
It is just an illusion at the end of the day.
Anyways, Jurassic, you had another topic.
Oh yeah, the NFL, the thing that happened last night,
Injury.
or at the time of recording, it happened last night.
Yeah, I got all caught up to speed on that whole situation.
Nice.
What an interesting thing. It's a very weird situation, but
I couldn't tell what the fuck. I watched the video on multiple occasions, and the first thought that came into my mind, he was like on drugs or something. He took something before the game or something.
well, I
But
looked at it.
it looked so weird.
I actually didn't even watch the video, but I looked at a little interview they had with a doctor, and basically, this isn't something that's unheard of. The idea of a hit actually stopping somebody's heart,
Yeah.
but it's just not something that commonly happens, especially in football with all the pads and stuff. It's not. They're saying it's not impossible. They haven't gotten a diagnosis yet on exactly what caused the heart attack. I had been seeing some things floating around that said that they didn't get the team didn't get their proper warm up before the start of the game,
Oh
like
snap.
they were supposed to. They were given like a very short amount of time to warm up or something like that, so they weren't fully warmed up, which in a professional setting for football is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
I think the weirdest part for me, because obviously the guy almost died, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I've played sports, and when an injury happens, you just sub the person out and the game continues on. But
Yeah.
I've never had a person almost actually die in the middle of the game and have to be rushed off to intensive care.
Yeah. I think that's the first time we've ever seen it on like live TV for a while, because that stuff rarely happens.
I saw another kind of weird thing, and this might just be me being jaded, genuinely, but there's like the fans are doing like a fundraiser for this guy's treatment.
Yeah.
And the reason I find that weird is because like he's a pro football player. He should be like loaded, right?
Yeah, he should have millions of dollars, especially since the season's coming to a close. He
I
should
wouldn't
have.
say millions of dollars, but
Well,
he
should
I
be like.
imagine he has quite a bit to pay for his treatments. Hopefully.
Yeah, he should, because at the start of the season till now, because since he's on a pretty decent team, he should be making a decent amount to where he should be fine, or he should be able to cover it as long as he doesn't spend it crazy. Like he's slowly going into debt.
There was like funds being raised for it. And I don't know. I might be jaded. I just found that interesting.
Oh wait, hang on. I think because I saw
Here it
Moist.
is. Donations. Wait.
Well, I saw
Wait,
Moist.
hold up. Maybe I'm.
Well, hang on,
Maybe I'm
'cause
wrong. Hold up. It might be donations to a charity.
yeah, that's because
is like
I just remembered. I saw Moist Critical did a video about this earlier today, and I saw that he promoted a charity a couple weeks ago or like a few weeks ago, and then and
okay,
that's
so it's not for his treatment; it's for his charity. Okay,
yeah the
that
charity
makes a little bit more sense.
yeah, the charity he promoted. People are donating to that charity since this happened.
Yeah, it's a very rough thing, and it's got a lot of like sports fans shaken up because they actually postponed the game,
Yeah,
which is I agree. It does seem pretty weird that I get it, the guy almost did die, but they do understand that they're taking the risk when they go out there.
yeah,
Injuries, such. I don't know. It's an interesting situation.
Yeah.
I will say the article I read, the doctor that they're talking to was being very professional about the way he spoke. Mentioning because he mentioned that a hit like that could cause somebody's heart to stop, but he was like, "Don't quote me on that. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying it is possible."
yeah. Because
And he's just
so the
yeah,
doctor just wants to make sure like no one's like over exaggerating what he says and all that.
well, what he was trying to do is he was trying to give the best insight he could give to a person who really doesn't know that much. Although it was it was kind of a weird. There was a question that was asked about how serious the injury was. The doctor was like, well, yeah, his heart stopped. So if the medical team hadn't started it out there, he'd have died.
Yeah.
And is very interesting. It's incredibly interesting. I think it's been a while since there was like a life-threatening injury in the NFL like that.
Yeah, especially on live TV as well. That was like I think the last time something
Yeah,
happened
people
was
are
like around
shook.
yeah, because I think the last time something that happened like that was probably around maybe 2000s or the 90s maybe I'm not sure. Don't quote me on
Back
that.
in the dark ages when
Yeah,
gladiators roamed.
back when the NFL didn't have like the armor or technology that we do today. So
Yeah, that's some
yeah,
crazy stuff.
yeah, an
Uh,
intense week right
Later
now.
on, I'll watch the video and see how bad the hit looks.
Yeah.
It was not a bad hit at all. It was hardly anything.
Really?
To be completely honest, yeah, he got tapped. He stood up to grab his helmet, like as if he was perfectly normal. He stood up, had his hands on his guard, and just keeled over. He just fell over. It was done. Just went limp. It was really weird.
Let me see
Dang.
it.
Yeah, it's all, you can find it anywhere right now, so it's not that hard to find.
Oh, hold up. That was weird. Okay, landed on his shoulder. He stood up. Passed out. Oh.
It was it it involved something with his heart, right? Like when he
His heart
like
completely stopped.
yeah, that's
Well,
so
not to throw any accusations out there,
yeah.
but pro sports players are unfortunately pretty well known for their partying and going a little bit overboard with certain substances.
That is exactly what I thought. I didn't think like anything like bad when it comes to drugs, but I just thought he was like something was in his system that made his heart go kaput. Um,
That is
because
that
I
is definitely
like
possible.
I don't know.
I
We
will
won't
say,
we won't
looking
know
at the
for
hit,
sure, but
it's weird, but the way he landed, almost like perfectly on his side. That I'm no medical professional, but I'm pretty sure that is a spot in which you could put quite a bit of pressure on your heart if you land it wrong. And he landed like arm tucked under right on his shoulder, so it's possible that somehow the hit just did it, and it could also be that maybe there's a mix of things, the hit combined with possible substances, or it could even just be like he wasn't getting enough sleep, or his body wasn't in the most peak physical condition. Again, there was the thing mentioned where they didn't get their proper warm up, which can cause a lot of strain on your body when you're in a sport like that.
Yeah, well, I feel like that wouldn't be enough. It's possible, but I feel like there had to be more than. Yeah, I feel like there had to. Jesus, I cannot speak apparently. I feel like it's possible that the warm up could have affected it maybe like doing the wrong warm up and all that, but I don't think that doing the wrong warm up could have been like like an effect or like something that could have caused it or whatever.
Well, Jurassic, you do have to consider this. This is professional football, so this is a lot more hardcore than lower levels.
Like high school,
because these are the top athletes. These people are bought and cast and stuff for their positions and whatnot. And if you don't get a proper warm up, your body is just not prepared for like the shock of all the exertion that you're putting out, especially at this level. These people are handpicked because of how good they are. So I could definitely see a warm up causing issues. I do agree that his heart stopping, it does feel like there's more to it, but I think the best thing to keep in mind here is what that doctor said in that interview that I read, where it's just like at this point there is no diagnosis, and he even mentioned it comes second to making sure that the player is okay, diagnosing what exactly happened.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to wait and see, like, see what happens later on. Because at the time of recording this,
happened.
Yeah, because at the time of recording this episode, it's still early to try to figure out what happened or like how it got caused. Because this is like the next day or whatever. Because it happened last night.
He's from what I read, he's still in critical care.
Yeah.
He's still not doing too well.
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait and see, like, as the story develops on what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Hopefully he's all right though.
Yeah, hopefully. Poor guy.
All right. Well, we got Jurassic 2 topics out of the way. Did you have anything? Did you have any more? Or was it
there's another one I want to do, but I want to give y'all a chance. Like, I want to see if what y'all want to talk about, like what topics y'all got. So, but did the two of y'all got anything, like stories, topics, whatever?
We mentioned our little New Year's party. It was quite the show watching Brendan get beat up twice in one night.
Yeah. Shame he didn't put on World Star though.
Witcher's good game.
Winter's a good game? I've never heard that game before. What's Winter's game?
Witcher.
Oh, I thought you said Winter's game.
Been playing that on the side. I'm gonna make a video out of it.
Pog.
Oh, it's gonna be a good video.
You should do a video of The Witcher 3 where it's only, like, the entire video is only the Quinn episode, like an episode dedicated to Quinn. You should do that.
Gwent?
Gwent, yes. I don't know how to. I've never played The Witcher or paid attention to it that much, so. Ow. I don't know the name of the game itself, but Gwen or Quinn, however you say it.
Gwent.
Gwent.
It's like Gwen with a T. Gwent.
Got it. Ay. But yeah, you should.
That's a fun little mini game.
Yeah, you should make an entire YouTube video based solely on Gwent. That'd be a fun watch.
No. That's a fun mini game.
Well, immediately sunk that idea out of the way. Oof.
This takes me back to that time when Brendan, he was talking to me. He's like, it's nice that I've learned to just say no to my subscribers.
Dude, it's so funny.
I don't have to do things I don't want to.
It's so much power to be able to say no to people. It genuinely is. It's so powerful. Just to be very, very, very comfortable with saying no. No, I don't want to do that.
Brendan does it so nonchalantly. Somebody will be like, "Oh, this is a great idea." Brendan will be like, "No."
Good minigame though. Minigame that I sunk a few hours into already. It's a very fun little card game.
Would you consider yourself a master at it?
No.
Dang.
It's hard.
You hurry and get to the rank of. Hurry and get to the rank of master so you can start flexing on us.
Well, you gotta collect cards, and I gotta go travel around finding cards to add to my decks and stuff.
Dang, you can't use real money to buy cards? Shame. They don't have the good old
Jurassic,
microtransactions.
this is an actual video game and not bullshit games like what you have on right now. Currently,
What do you
what
mean?
you are in. It's,
Hey,
don't.
Genshin is
so
no.
sad that
I'm not having this
No.
argument with you. What you're playing is dog shit.
Playing. I'm just
I'm
sitting
so
here
mad
looking
that
at
my
the.
game doesn't have microtransactions. This is so stupid. You're telling me I don't get to pay money and get all the stuff immediately?
Sorry that I'm
Dadgummit.
playing an actual game.
You know,
What do you?
I'm sick and tired of this. I'm gonna go play Diablo Immortal and Genshin Impact and pay money so I can play my game.
What do you mean this game doesn't
my
have
God.
microtransactions? This is terrible. I need to spend my real life money on this game. What is this imposter?
Yeah, what do I even make it for if I'm not just gonna spend it immediately?
If there's not a risk of me sinking my entire bank account, I don't want it.
I'll tell you what. If I get the chance to economically collapse my entire life, I will. Without a doubt.
I'll be sure. I'll be sure to go into debt with whatever game I play.
I'll go into my own personal Great Depression.
You know what's hilarious? As much as money
Debt.
or yeah, sure, debt. as much ew. Yikes! I don't know how to talk apparently right now. Forgive
Did you
me.
just spit on me?
No, that was the cranberry. He spat on you.
Jesus.
As much of as a microtransaction Genshin is, I have never put any money into it at all. Like I still have $0 on this game.
But that's the whole point. That's the whole fucking point of the game. For you
Well,
to
it's-
sink money into it.
Well, it's failing miserably at
God.
doing that for me because I have not spent a single cent on this game at all. Everything is natural, hard-earned grinding.
Hard. That doesn't sound fun at all, Jurassic.
I'm not a.
Oh,
what
we're
kind
Grinding
love
at
a game
games,
that makes
you
me grind.
shouldn't feel like you're grinding at a video game. That's not what the point of video games are, and if it is, it's not fun.
I left my job to go do my other job of grinding a game.
Games are supposed to, at the very least, trick you into thinking that you're actually doing things, okay? If it's just, hey, you're gonna do this menial task over and over and over and over and over again before you get anything good in the game's failed.
Don't
The
you have to-
Witcher, I can't even tell the amount of quality this game has is insane. And I know it's kind of funny for me to say this now because the game came out in 2015 and I'm just now playing it. But the amount of quality, half the time I can't even tell that I'm doing side quests because of just how much depth there are to both the side quests and the main storyline. They're both like interchangeable. I just get thrown into this world and then they're like, hey, go do this main stuff, but then the main stuff branches off into all of these multiple side
Yeah.
quests that I can't even tell what I'm doing. I had to like manually check whether it is a main quest or a side quest that I'm doing because of just how much depth there is there.
People underestimate how much can be added by just a couple of interesting characters, right? Because you go from like a boring side fetch quest to oh hey, I'm actually talking to someone interesting and they have a lot of lore and stuff to give me. You know, I'm learning more about this world that I'm
Not
in.
even that. I was going through this village at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I'm low level. I might as well pick up a contract. There's like these notice boards because you're
Yeah.
a Witcher. You're basically a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Especially trained bounty hunter to hunt down monsters because peasants can't do it. Essentially. So
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I'm low level. I should probably do some side stuff while I'm out and about. And I picked up this random contract in this random, like, tiny itty bitty village, not even connected to the main story at all, whatsoever. I'm just traveling through it, and I find one of the notice boards. And I'm like, oh, there's somebody I went missing in the forest nearby. I'll pick that up, and it's just a random contract. Not even it's not even considered a side quest. Contracts are like just like monsters out and about you can hunt down. And I'm like, okay, somebody went missing. I'll pick that up. And it's told me to go talk to this guy, the husband of the wife that went missing. And he talked to her. I talked to him, and he was like, "Yeah, she went on a walk in the middle of the night, and she just haven't came home." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a little weird. I'll go talk to her, like her sister and stuff." So I went to talk to her sister, and then she was like, "Yeah, no, I saw her walk into the woods with another woman, and she hasn't came home. It's weird." So I'm like, "Okay, where's these woods at?" And then I went out into the woods, and I followed this track of blood, which was strange. And then I saw a pack of wolves. I killed a pack of wolves, and then I found a corpse of a woman. I'm like, "Oh, that's... Found the girl. She's dead as fuck." And then this whole trail led to this abandoned shack, and I'm like, "Oh, strange. Okay." And then I went underneath the shack, and there's this wolf den, with a fat ass werewolf underneath there. And I'm like, "Fuck!" My first actual boss battle. I'm like, okay, I got my ass kicked by the werewolf a bunch of times, but I finally beat him. And right before I killed him, he transformed back into a person. Turns out, it was the first dude I talked to. He was a werewolf, and it had the missing girl, his wife, had nothing to do with him. So what happened was, the random girl that she was seen with was another girl in the village that was jealous. She wanted the werewolf because I think what happened. This random girl saw him transform and realized he was a werewolf one night, and he didn't attack her, so she thought that they had a special bond or whatever. He was jealous. She just wanted him.
Jesus.
So she she led his wife into the forest for him to transform in the middle of the night and kill her while he's he can't control himself. And at the end of this contract, you had a choice whether to let the werewolf, because the girl comes down after you fight, and she reveals all this to you. She's like, "Yeah," and then the werewolf is like, "What the fuck did you make me do? I thought my wife went missing, and you forced me to kill her." And you have a choice whether to let that happen or kill him. And I let it happen because that lady's fucking batshit. And then afterwards, the werewolf does the honorable thing and lets you kill him after he he absolutely eviscerated this lady for tricking him into killing his own wife.
Yeah.
And that's just a contract. That has no side. There's nothing.
Holy
there's
cow.
nothing to actually gain from that. That's just some random ass contract that I picked up. I got all of that from me just picking up a random contract.
I'm gonna have to try that game. That sounds so fun. This game sounds so fun.
And then here comes fucking Genshin Impact that you're playing. It's like, oh, just microtransactions.
Hey, listen, this game. Listen.
I get to play the game and stuff.
Listen, this game has some good story here. Pretty much, here's what you have to do. So, it's not really spoiler because it happens in the first minute. So, you get to choose either be the brother or the sister of the pair, and they're fighting this god lady. And I guess you get teleported back in time or something. Both of you get teleported back in time, but depending on who you play, the other sibling you can't find because you didn't teleport with you, and now you're on a quest or a journey to try to find your sibling. But the story of it is ongoing. It hasn't finished yet. It's like an ongoing journey. So the game came out 2 years ago, and to this day we're still trying to find our other sibling that we haven't found for over 2 years, and we're exploring the entire land of Genshin, trying to meet up with different characters, asking if they've seen her or see if they could help us find the other sibling that went missing. And there are a couple times here and there where you'll see the sibling in the background watching us, or we'll have a line or two interaction, rarely if we're ever in a boss fight. So she's in the lands of Genshin Impact. We just gotta find her, and I'm playing as the main character dude or whatever. So the sister sibling's the one that I have to try to find. And now,
I hate to break it to you, but 2 years is a long time.
Yeah, I know. We just
kind of dropped the ball.
Well, my friends play this game, and I like to play this game. It's a pretty fun game. They got me into it. It's fun. They have They have cool characters. The character I'm
You
currently
should block those friends.
no. How about no? But my favorite character in the
Jesus.
game is Amber, which is she likes to
I'm
help
sure
the
it is.
traveler. Huh?
No, nothing.
Everyone's got a waifu, buddy. It's okay.
No, but my favorite character is Amber because she likes to help out the main character with no extra cost. Because the other characters in the game, they'll help you, but it comes at a price. So one of the characters, which is like a god, he'll help you find, or he won't help you. He'll give you some advice on where your sibling might be, but he wants you to buy some stuff for him and some other things, and help him take down a boss as well before he tells you. So Amber is the only person in the game that likes to help you at no extra cost and wants to be your friend. So
Fucking hell.
that's one of the reasons why she's my favorite character in the game.
Jurassic, I'll let you in on a little secret.
And
Brendan
yes,
has a waifu himself.
yeah, I know.
If you want to know, it is himself.
Makes sense. I
Brendan is
can't
his
blame him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jurassic.
You're welcome.
Good answer.
Hey, gotta get on Sir Cranberry's good side.
You can also randomly find pieces of current contracts. You don't have to in The Witcher. You don't have to actually go to the notice board. So like if
Really?
I'm in an abandoned castle, let's say, for another quest, I'm there for something else, and then all of a sudden I see like a piece of like a fur or like blood trails or like anything like that. I could like trail it out, and I'm like, oh shit, I have whatever beast is here, because there's like dozens and dozens and dozens of different monsters, and it's a little side thing you can do. You can like piece together certain quests to be like, oh, it's this monster that's tracking down these people, or this monster is causing all these disappearances, stuff like that. But you can, if you piece together enough of like a contract, you can go to like the nearest town and be like, hey, so you got a fucking siren out here. You want me to take care of that for you?
Why, yes, thank you.
And then they're like, you have a special dialogue every once in a while. They're like, yeah, I put it on the noseberg. Did you see it? And you're like, no. But I would like that money.
I never checked the notice board. I just kill. That's all I'm here for.
I'm just here for murder.
You know,
Listen, I already killed it. Actually, I brought it here. I just want to get paid for doing so.
The moment this game really blew my mind was when I just finished a side quest from the main quest, and you can go into like your little heightened vision because you're a witcher. You can like see and like smell things. Your senses are just really heightened.
Yeah.
And then I was like going back into the main city, and then I was just messing around. I was just like clicking the little heightened button over and over again, just fucking around. And all of a sudden I see like this little red highlight on the ground. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is that? And it's this paw print in the middle of the road going back into town. I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. So I followed it, and it led into the river. And then I crossed the river, and it led onto the docks, and then it led into the warehouse. And all of a sudden, another Witcher was fighting this fucking, like, demigorgon in the warehouse. And this was just me accidentally, like, clicking my highlight senses and seeing it on the ground. I followed it.
Brendan was sitting there like, funny vision, and then he saw red print, and he's like,
yeah. And then after I killed this demigorgon, the Witcher was like, hey, you wanna help me out? And then it fucking branched into this multi-side quest that took me forever to complete, but I went on like a little revenge quest with this Witcher, and it was fucking awesome. And that was just because I was fucking around in my senses.
Oh my god, I need to try. Holy cow, you're making this game sound like such a fun game. I need to try it.
No, you can stick to your Genshin Impact if you want to keep playing that dog shit.
Hey, this is not a dumb game. It's pretty fun. The gameplay,
dumb.
the gameplay is pretty good, and the story's pretty good. Everyone loves the story. That's one of the key points in this game is the story.
I'm sure they do.
The story's
You're being lied to, Jurassic. You're
I'm
being
not.
lied to.
my friends love the story, and I love the story too. It's pretty good, especially the Inazuma storyline. I've been working on the
Yeah, and
Inazuma.
I watch Family Strokes for the plot too, man. Jesus Christ.
Listen, I've been working on the
No,
Inazuma storyline for over a year, and I'm about to finish it. It's a pretty good storyline.
You know, Jurassic, I'll tell you what.
What?
You're alright, buddy. There are people out there who still play Destiny 2, so you can't.
Oh, I need to replay that
No,
game.
Don't.
One of my,
Don't.
for the
one
love
of
of
my-
God,
Jurassic, if we can give you any advice, just don't.
but
play
Oh,
good
good-
games.
I know there are good games. I play good games like Elden Ring soon. After we're done recording, I'm gonna stream that game.
Soon. Let's go.
Good man. Maybe you can beat it before Matthew does.
Oh, yeah.
I've already beaten it. You just didn't
Shut
realize. Have
I'll
you
be
checked
sure-
my hours lately?
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to beat it because you got to remember that thing that I'm gonna start doing now this year. Every time I lose to a boss fight or on stream or whatever, like if I lose to a boss fight or get a game over on stream, I'm gonna be doing the 20 sit-up squats, 10 push-up thing or whatever.
Good man.
Oh, Jurassic. I have a special way of doing that for you too, because I was actually doing that for Elden Ring.
All right, what do you got?
So when you die, you do the push-ups, right?
Yes.
However, if you die and then you die before getting your grace back, which is like your little currency,
Okay.
and you lose it all, you have to do double the amount.
Oh, what now? That's an interesting challenge or
Yeah.
that's some interesting
I'll tell you what,
seasoning to the
Jurassic.
steak. I'll
If I
think
had
about it.
continued playing Elden Ring, I'd have gotten yoked.
I'll think
I was, dude. I think that's the original reason I stopped playing Elden Ring for a while, was because every time I played, I was getting absolutely blasted by these workouts, and I was just so exhausted after playing it.
I'll have
yeah,
to
but
think
that's
about
the
it.
fucking point. That's the whole point, Matthew.
Yeah, it was the whole point, but then I got distracted with other games like Hunt and stuff.
Oh my God.
Hey, Hunt
Maybe you
Showdown's
just
a
play
pretty
by
good...
yourself every once in a while, huh?
I'm lonely, Brenton.
Here, we
Jesus.
can play together, Matthew. We can play Elden Ring together.
Another day.
If I ever do The Witcher, I'm thinking about doing The Witcher on the PS3 first, then I'll do it on the PS5 and PS4 once I finish the PS3
Why?
version. Why not? It helps put the PS3 to
Why
good
the
use.
Just play it on the next gen update just released. Just play it on the superior version.
the trophies, Brenton.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus.
Jesus,
We
Matthew, calm down
we
there.
know. No, Jurassic, we both know that's exactly why you're getting it on all versions, so you can have all the trophies.
No,
You are-
no, no.
You are a
For
different
nostalgia,
creature, man.
it's for nostalgia. Don't you want to feel the?
Nostalgia, these nuts in your mouth, bro. Go play it on the
Okay.
superior edition.
No, Jurassic, you can tell me it's nostalgia, but you look me in the eyes and tell me you won't try to get every trophy on each version. Tell me
I'll
that
try.
right now.
I'll try doing that. I'll try doing the trophy thing on each console.
I
That'd be a
told you
good
to tell
challenge.
me not to. I told you to tell me you wouldn't do that, Jurassic.
That's
you
a
just
good-
did the opposite.
That'd be a good challenge, is to try to get all the Witcher trophies on all the consoles. That'd be pretty fun.
Don't act like I just gave that to you as an idea. Do not pretend that I just gave you that idea. What is this? You literally
Listen.
did that with The Last of Us.
No, I did not. Show your proof. What
God.
proof do you have? What is your evidence?
Well,
Exactly.
your PlayStation just glitched out, so half of your words didn't come through. That's my evidence. Even it knows you're talking absolutely out of your butt.
You have.
Jesus.
That is not true. I just like to have my trophy bar at 100% whenever I play a game. It feels weird having it all over the place on the trophy
What
list.
in the gosh dang does that change? What in the gosh dang does that
Doesn't
statement
change anything.
It changes 5%. It changes 5%.
No, it doesn't change a single thing. You just told us, you're like, hey, listen, it's okay that I do this thing because doing this thing gets it done. Dummies. That's what you just said to us. That is what you just said to us, Jurassic.
I do not know what you're talking about. My lawyer says otherwise.
I have a sneaking suspicion you do know what I'm talking about.
We are reaching the hour mark soon. I had like 30 seconds left. All right, now we continue.
Hasn't been an hour mark yet? Fucking hell.
We just got there. Welcome to 1 hour of the podcast, everybody. Woo!
Well, technically, hey,
God.
don't forget there were spaces where there was no air. Remember when I went muted and you guys disappeared when I disappeared? There's also that. So technically, we're like probably around the 30-minute mark, maybe 40.
You know what I have to say about that, Jurassic?
A D's nuts joke. Oh. Have y'all seen my latest trophy list lately? Or
I have no wish to.
You know, Jurassic, I'll humor you.
all right.
Oh wait, Demon Souls is free. What am I doing?
Oh, shoot, yeah. That's a way to get yoked.
Yeah,
Wait,
because Demon
Dark-
Souls is technically one of the hardest ones. Yeah.
Wait, Dark Souls is free on the
Alright, don't
PlayStation
get yoked
Store?
up with... No. I'm rich. Jurassic.
You don't need to flex on us like that.
Jurassic, only 55% of your trophies in Genshin Impact?
You shameless man.
Keep scrolling before you start
Jurassic-
talking like.
I'll play Fall Guys with you, Jurassic. That looks fun. 91%. Good God.
Just keep scrolling.
Jurassic-
Keep scrolling.
95 on Hunt. A shame.
Are you streaming Elden Ring, Jurassic?
Yes, when we're done recording the podcast, I will stream it. And I'll
So,
turn it.
here's the deal.
What's
I
the
want to
de-
get yoked up.
Okay, just take steroids.
I want to get absolutely yoked, and I am rich, so I have the premium PS Plus. So I
Okay.
get Demon Souls for free.
Okay.
I download Demon Souls, and I have the same rule. I get absolutely caked. Alright? Playing Demon Souls instead of Elden Ring, because I already played Elden Ring.
Okay. Is there more to
That's
this,
the-
or are you adding an extra rule?
You and me get yoked up playing Souls games.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down to do
What else?
that.
What? I don't know what was confusing about that, Jurassic, but I'll go with it.
I thought you were gonna add like an extra rule or something to it. I thought you were gonna make it even
I
more
just wanna
spicy.
get yoked. Well, no, what's more rules? Like, you die, you get yoked. All right? You don't do
I
no
don't-
pussy shit. You just get yoked.
I don't know. I thought you were gonna say that if you like miss your shot, you do like 15 jumping jacks or something. I don't know. I thought you were gonna add something to it.
No, that's whenever Matthew plays with me.
I'll tell you what, Jurassic, I just looked at your little trophy thing. I'm not impressed.
Good impressed or bad impressed? Which impressed are we talking here?
He's not impressed.
I'm not
Oh.
impressed.
Hey, why? I have more trophies than you. Last I checked.
It's very clear which games you liked and which games you didn't based on the amount of trophies gotten in them.
Okay, name the
Also,
one. Name the ones I don't like.
0% trophies in DayZ. 0%.
Oh, Jurassic.
Listen. I have
What
not
is
touched
that,
that
man?
I have not touched that game since I installed it. So it's been a couple months.
And
The
you
moment
got-
you can actually... Okay, I'll play with you the moment you can actually play the game.
All right,
That's
fine.
my deal.
All right, fine.
The moment you hop in there for a good second, you know the mechanics of the game. I'll get in there and I'll grind out DayZ with you.
All right.
Because that game is hilarious. It is the game is fantastic. It's funny, good moments. We can get mauled by a bear, but I need you to at least know the mechanics before I can get in there.
Pretty much R2 to shoot, L2 to aim, L1 to throw.
No.
Bada bing, bada boom. Left 6 to move, circles to crouch, X to jump.
I am not walking in a
L3 to
straight
run.
line for 2.5 hours only for you to die the moment I find you, okay? I'm not doing that.
I know how to play shooter games. I've played a bunch. Matthew can confirm.
That's
Looking at my
the
trophy
furthest
list.
from a shooter game you've ever seen in your life. I think I
No.
shot like 2 guns. Matt hasn't even shot a gun yet, bro.
No, I shot one cow.
Well,
shot
I've played.
one cow.
I've played enough Minecraft. Then I know how to swing a melee weapon. I know what to do.
Don't. How did you buy that full price, Jurassic?
No, I got on discount.
Okay, that's not that bad. But there goes however much money you threw down the drain with that game.
I only bought it for like.
This is the only game I don't recommend people, and it's always the game that people buy. I don't get it.
It's the reverse psychology, Brendan. You go, hey, I want you to buy this game, and they go, oh, fuck it. And then you go, hey, this is a cool game, but like, don't buy it. You probably won't enjoy it. And they're like, money dropped.
Okay, wait, Matthew. I have a question for you. Looking at my trophy list, which one are you disappointed I got all the trophies for?
Which one am I disappointed you got all the trophies for?
Yeah.
Well, for some reason you have Modern Warfare Remaster and Modern Warfare, and you have all the trophies for both of those.
Okay, that.
Hold on, let me go back to the list. Hold on. Also, I will say there is one impressive part of this: 69 games, very nice.
Haha.
Let's.
Wait, 69? I thought I had like 90.
Spider-Man. It says 69 on my side. You got God of War, that's fine. Apex Legend. How much Apex have you played?
A lot. I played back when it first launched.
Right.
I have not been playing it as much as of the past 2 years though.
Okay. You got Prey, you got Last of Us, Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes, Jurassic.
Yeah.
72% on Jurassic World Evolution.
I need to pick that game back up and try to.
Your name?
Listen, I've got the platinum at least. There's like a bunch of trophies to grind for in that game.
I see that you at least have Lego Jurassic World. That's a good thing.
And on the PS3 as well.
Wasn't Marvel's Avengers like a bad game? Wasn't it?
Yes, and it took me ages to get one trophy, and I hated it. But I'm glad I got all the trophies. It took me 3 weeks. It took me 3 weeks to get one trophy, and I hated it so much because it was so grindy. Because you had to do the same thing over and over for 3 weeks.
Jurassic, unless I see an abhorrent game on here that has all the trophies, that might take the cake.
What, for Marvel's Avengers?
Yeah, the fact that you went through all of that for a game that you're like, yeah, that wasn't really that good.
No, Avengers is a good game. It's just too grindy for the trophies because I had to open 500 bunker chests, and bunkers are like one every few days or whatever, so it took me forever to get it. So Marvel's Avengers is the one that takes the cake for the worst 100% trophy I did.
Yeah, just because you said it was miserable.
It was. I hated it so much. It's probably like the worst trophy to get as of all the trophies I've gotten.
I'm sure. I don't know why you would put yourself through that for a trophy.
Because I like the bar to be 100%. I don't want to see it at 99 just because I couldn't get one trophy.
Jurassic, you gotta get rid of that mindset.
I can't. I want to make...
you have like a bunch of games that are like 95, 91, 90%.
Yeah, I know. I need to work on those. Hunt Showdown, Fall Guys, I'm working on those. Give it time.
You guys are still talking about the fucking trophies?
Well, we're waiting for you to come back, of course.
I went to go take a shit and I came back and you guys still talking about the goddamn trophies.
That's because I'm disappointed in Jurassic.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out which trophy 100% was the most disappointing.
No, I've decided it's absolutely Marvel's Avengers.
I defended Jurassic on that.
Wait, what? For me getting the trophy or me saying it's a good game?
Both.
Thank you. I hated
There was that one guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's the guy who owns the last party we were in, Matthew.
Oh yeah.
And he just started ripping into Jurassic in the chat. And I'm like, bro, you back the fuck off. If he wants to enjoy that game, let him enjoy that game, okay?
Wait, how do I not remember this? I honestly do not remember that. When did this happen?
It was around the same time you got that game.
Oh.
And you had the series on your channel on it, and you were playing it a lot. And somehow it was mentioned in the chat that you were playing it. You said it was a good game. And,
it is a good game.
The guy just was like, "What the fuck are you talking?" Like, he was so mad, and I was like, "Bro, calm down, man. Just let him enjoy it."
Listen, it's not the game that's the disappointment, but Jurassic just described to me that he had to grind for a really long time
Yeah, I
to get
know.
the final trophy.
I
That's
did
not
give Jurassic
okay.
shit for that. I did absolutely give Jurassic shit for that one.
That's what it takes me. Even he said it was miserable.
It took me 3
Even
weeks.
he feels it was really not worth it.
They should have made
My
it not
lord.
as grindy as it was, because holy cow, 3 weeks for one trophy.
It's Marvel's Avengers. What do you expect? I knew that game was gonna be dog shit the moment it was released.
Jurassic,
I had
these
no
trophies
faith in
do
that
nothing
fucking
for
game.
you.
I'm very optimistic. What can I say? I have hope. I'm very optimistic.
Hope for what?
My expectations are extremely low. I'll just say that. Like, my bar is extremely low.
So am I, but I'm still not gonna play that dog shit.
Yeah, Brendan hangs
Well,
out with
mine's
me.
even
His
lower
bar's
than yours.
pretty
You can
low.
tell if you look at my trophy list of how my bar is even more lower than yours. Mine's like extremely lower than yours.
Dude, he's
God
got
bless
some
you.
weird stuff going on here.
What do you mean weird?
You have 100% on Last of Us and Last of Us Remastered, but only 95% on Last of Us 2.
Listen, it's because I have to
That's
play it
fucked
on.
up.
Okay, hear me out. One of the trophies that I can't get right now, or at least I stopped trying to focus on getting, was the permadeath mode. So here's a smart idea I thought of doing to try to save up time. Play permadeath mode on grounded mode. Because I was missing those 2 trophies, so I decided to do that, and I just hated it with passion. Because I kept dying every now and then. But Avengers takes the cake. That trophy...
Hold up. You might
And
have
you don't
just
record any of these experiences, Jurassic?
No, why would I record it? It's something I like to do in my off time.
You just said something pretty interesting to me, Jurassic.
And what is that?
You just described a trophy that elevates you to a new level of gamer. Why? Not because you earned the trophy, but because what you do is just kind of a gamer move. Going
Yeah.
on like a very hard difficulty in playing a game, and you just told me that's the reason you don't have that trophy. Jurassic, you're swaying my opinion on your trophies.
If you recorded
away.
your trophy hunting, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. that'd be
Not
cool.
really, because I barely
I would
talk.
actually watch your stuff.
What do you mean barely? You're telling me you don't watch my videos? What in this malarkey is this now?
I watched.
Uh-oh.
I binge watched. I binge watched your Far Cry. I did binge watch your Far Cry. I haven't gotten to your God of War because I watched your streams of God of War.
Okay.
But I love your Hunt Showdown videos, and I binge watch those all the time. Whenever I feel bored, I put on a good old Jurassichero Hunt Showdown video. That's always fun.
I need to make more of
You
those.
should make more. You
I do.
absolutely need to.
If you tell my internet to stop lagging and stop being on the loading screen, and then we can. I'll do more videos of it.
It's still doing that? I thought that was fixed after you got
No,
your
no,
PlayStation 5.
yeah, it stopped on the PS5. It's just I lag everywhere, so that's the only issue I'm having right now.
Easy. You use
Like-
bomb lance anyways. You don't have to hit shots.
Yeah, but it gets annoying when you think you. It gets annoying though when you think you hit someone, but it teleports you left and you get shotgunned in the face. That's oof.
No, they can't hit you because on their screen they see you running towards them across the street and then suddenly you're next to them.
If only,
Teleportation works both ways.
God, if only that actually worked for me. I wish. It's the other way around though, sadly. Well, I guess this was a good ramble or whatever. There's still one last topic I want to talk about.
This podcast went off the fucking rails the second
Yeah,
time we
it-
left. I don't even know what's happening.
It's
At
Did
this
it? I
point,
think-
just 3 dudes talking at this point. That's all.
Well, technically every episode has gone off the rails, I think. So this is normal now. Going off the
Not
rails.
as much as this, bro. At least I knew what the hell I was talking about the last 2 times. At least I had some structure of what the hell I was talking about. I took a shit, came back, and you guys were talking about trophies the entire fucking time.
I was berating Jurassic for his choices.
Yeah.
Good.
Listen, this year I'm gonna 100% even more games like Elden Ring. I'm gonna get
Don't.
all the trophies for that game.
Consider your life. Dude, 100%ing
played
Elden Ring would be crazy.
Have you played a Soulsborne game, Jurassic?
Nope, Elden Ring is gonna be my first one.
Oh, fuck me. You're either gonna have a Actually, I don't know. I haven't played the latest patch of Elden Ring. I don't know. Have fun.
Thanks. Thank you. I'll be sure to have fun. I heard or from what I've seen from your videos and other people's videos, Elden Ring looks like it's the easiest Souls game, and it's like an easy game. So definitely gonna.
The reason,
Tom.
no. The reason people say that is because in Elden Ring, it's open world. It's not super linear, so you can actually grind pretty easily.
It's either it really depends on the person. It's either the easiest Soulsborne game or it's the hardest. There's no in between. It's it just depends on how people play.
Yeah, because in Elden Ring you can grind and get levels in a variety of different ways, and there's some pretty good spots you can do that at. So people can just level up really fast, and then when they get to the bosses they want to fight, they're already leveled where they need to be.
Huh.
And other games, you just if you get stuck on a boss, you are just stuck on a boss. There's no really way out of it. One thing in other Souls games, when you die in a boss arena, the majority of the time you have to walk back to the boss arena.
Oh.
In Elden Ring, I've noticed most of the boss arenas, you just spawn right outside. It's so cute. You don't have to fight any little dumbass little mobs.
Yeah.
You can just spawn right out. It'd be nice and cozy right outside the boss arena. But every other Soulsborne game, the majority of the time, it is a pain in the ass to get back into the boss arena. Huh. I hated it so much.
Well, thank you for the word of advice for Elden Ring when I stream it later. I believe Elden Ring, based on seeing other people play the game, it looks pretty easy. So I should be able to beat this game in like a couple weeks or maybe a month. So
I hope you're memeing. I really hope you're memeing.
No, the people are making that game
with you.
All right, yeah, I'm down there.
I'll tell you what, that's a stream I'll sit in on.
Oh yeah, I love how we went on this Elden Ring derail, but we haven't even reached the final topic I want to talk about.
Oh shoot!
I'm kind of stealing this topic from Some Ordinary Gamers podcast because they were talking about this last week or this week or whatever week, but they were mentioning they're mentioning how lazy parenting has gone or not something like that, but along the lines. Do y'all think that parenting is kind of getting a bit lazy? Since we have technology and like phones and all that malarkey?
No, it's always been the same. You always like shitty parents have not changed. It's always been, shitty parents will always be out there. I don't think the methods of being a shitty parent has changed, but I don't think the idea of a shitty parent has changed at all. It's still there.
I might say that there's also a higher number of really bad parents.
Oh yeah, there definitely is, because you can just give your kid a towel and they can just be watching YouTube for the entire day.
I don't think there's like a higher number of them. There's always like in the past. It's instead of giving your kid an iPad, there's that stigma of like that drunk father coming home.
No.
I don't think the numbers have raised at all. I think it's just the methods of said shitty parent has changed.
The reason I say the numbers have raised is because there are, as you say, new methods, but it's still just being a bad parent. But those old methods still exist. There are still those parents that do the exact same things that they used to. Drunk father coming home, beating his kids for no reason other than he's just upset. And his life sucks, I guess. I don't know. I think combined with that, with like the new ways that parents just kind of neglect their children and don't show up, it just adds to it. Because now there's like two different extremes. There's like the you look at it and you're like, that's very clearly abusive. And then there's the neglect part where it's like it's not as obvious, but if you really look into it, that kid's not getting the attention or the love that they need to grow into an actual decent person someday. So yeah, I definitely say that there's with the methods evolving and the old stuff just kind of not fading out like it normally would,
there's quite a higher number of kids just kind of getting left in the dust.
Yeah. I meme on it a lot, but those kids who are just their parents use like either video games or some form of technology as a way just to distract their kids is a form of neglect, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they can just give them the tablet or phone or whatever, and then have them hang in their room for the majority of the day, and then not see them or whatever for like most of the day, because they'll just be on the tablet or iPhone or whatever for like 12 hours a day and all
I
that.
meme on it a lot, but it's so true. The parents they're not teaching their kids anything. They're just like, oh, it's hard. I have such a hard life. Go play your video games or go on your phone or go
Yeah.
do something else besides actually be a kid to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
a
they've
good
Witnessed
parent.
it way too often.
yeah
A good
well,
parent would be the one who goes on the video games and on the tablet themselves and sends their kids outside to play. Dumb idiots.
Dummies. But at least back like when I was sent outside when I was younger, I had at the very least, yeah, it was my parents like kicking me out, but at the very least, I actually went out there and experienced things instead of sat down and just yelled at people through a microphone.
Yeah, no. I was glad that I got to experience being outside as a child.
Same. I'm glad I was able
It
to
only
experience
makes
the outside
staying
world.
inside all the sweeter.
I'm not saying playing video games as a kid is bad. I'm just saying there
No.
needs to be,
Yeah.
as a parent, it is your job to regulate that, not
Yeah,
just
like
have them
Yeah.
sit on games all fucking day. That just deteriorates
Especially if they
them.
play like those.
As a kid, you always hate getting like out, a set amount of time being put on video games, but it's a really healthy thing.
Yeah.
Just setting some rules and just making it, not their entire life.
They become little crackheads. These kids
Little
that get so
Fortnite dancing suckers.
Oh, don't forget that they
Because
spend.
We need
crackheads
less
at these video
Fortnite.
games.
We need less Fortnite kids in this world. That's what we really need.
Well,
Parents,
it's not
pay attention to your kids.
Well, it's not Fortnite now. The Fortnite has died down. It's all about the Roblox because kids are spending
Bro.
a buttload of money on Roblox lately, like $500 or something like.
Fortnite is still there. It is still kicking.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's not as popular.
Fortnite's getting hit by a lawsuit right now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's right. I forgot.
Their business practices and kids just being able to purchase with a credit card without any confirmation at all. They're getting sued hard for that.
I do love the first wave of Fortnite kids are like kind of like aging past that, and I talked to a few kids that like kind of grown past that and like I talk to them and they're like they respond as if they're like war veterans. They're just hollow. They're just a hollow kids. They're like 17, 16 years old, and I'm like,
I remember when I dropped in Tomato Town for the first time.
They're just these hollow husks, and I was like, bro, what did you experience at Twin Towers, man? Oh my lord.
Oh dear God.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Less Fortnite kids, more parents actually going, "Hey, I have a kid. I should try and raise him."
Yeah, Well, I guess this is competing my beliefs or whatever, but I believe that if you give your kid tablet or PS or whatever, like if you give them something to like distract them, like I feel like that the parents should be watching them play the game or watching the tablet, so they know what they're playing.
It shouldn't be a form of distraction. It should be a form of reward. Like, hey, kid.
Reward or even bonding. A parent can play games with their kids.
That's what I had as a kid. It was a bonding experience between me and my parents. We sat down and played goddamn Halo. It was so much fun.
Okay, question.
Or Zoo Tycoon on the PC.
Okay, I have a question for two of y'all. Are y'all, or whenever you guys have kids, are y'all gonna give y'all's kids like devices or consoles when they're young, or are you gonna wait till they're old enough or earned it?
It depends on what devices.
Like iPad, smartphone, that kind of stuff.
No. Not that. Like a gaming console that can like be shared as a family. Yeah. we have a good time in the living room or wherever we have the gaming consoles at. But no devices like that. I don't think a kid needs to be distracted that hardcore from the world at that age.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
No.
something very small to text me.
Like a Nokia or like a flip phone.
I doubt I could find a goddamn flip phone when I have kids.
I have one. I'll if you ever have a kid, I'll just give you mine.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But yeah.
No, Brendan brings up a very good point. Them being connected to something so vast as the internet at such a young age is not good for them.
Yeah, because
really
you also got to take in the fact that like the creeps and all that, because I feel like it's gone a little bit easier for them to
creeps, and their minds are so young that even as like a young high schooler, I was just so like when I got like finally being able to be on the internet, I was just like, God damn, that's all I wanted to do. It was like crack. Just hang out online, play games, and just kind of vibe. But, they shouldn't have things. Yeah, it's very unhealthy.
Yeah,
They could have devices, but like regulated all to hell.
Yeah, and I'd also like keep an eye on what they're doing as well, just in case, as like a safety measure. Like watch them. Like if you ever give them the device or whatever, like watch them and all that.
I don't know. I can't imagine a scenario where I would be that paranoid that I would give them a phone, because that's like the excuse parents give, like, hey, I want to know where they are at, but I can't imagine a scenario that I'd be that paranoid over my kid.
Pay attention.
Yeah, pay fucking attention, maybe. Have a connection with your child, for God's sake.
Yeah, plus
it's almost like it's easy.
Plus plan with the other, like if you have, or if your kid has friends and all that, plan with the other parents on where they're gonna be at, or like if they ever go to a party or whatever.
Phones. Shoot, if their kids have phones, I'll just call their kids directly. Hey, twerp, my kid's coming over. Be ready.
Just call the kid. Hey, yo, reject. My son's coming over.
Let your parents know. What, they didn't tell you I called them?
On a side note, gentlemen, I did hit 1,300 subscribers today.
Ooh, congrats. You've earned it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll go get the champagne. We can celebrate.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll go get my sparkling cider.
I appreciate it.
Pop it open.
But
yes.
This has been a good episode. Hopefully it's pretty lengthy for y'all's liking. This was an interesting episode because it was even more out of the place than the other episodes. Like, this is probably the most serious derailing we've ever done on the podcast. But
you're only gonna be able to use like 10 minutes of this footage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see what YouTube says. But once again, I'd like to thank the amazing Sir Cranberry and the amazing Matthew for joining me on today's episode of the Heroes Lounge podcast. Is there anything the two of y'all would like to say?
No.
Jurassic, I better not have that awkward section edited into the video. I'll be upset.
It's just Matthew talking to us.
If that goes in, I'm keeping a close eye.
He's just talking to us.
I'd be so mad.
I'll be sure. I'll try to remember when I edit it. I'll try to remember when I edit the podcast. No promises, though.
Not to remove it, right?
Sure. Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Nothing makes me sleep at night.
Well, this episode will. Well, if y'all did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, no dislikes, and well, Jurassichero's out of here.